17,000 islands, 6 main religions, over 700 languages, and some of the most jaw-dropping landscapes on the face of this earth. Welcome to Indonesia. If you've ever dreamed of walking through ancient temples at sunrise, this is the video for you. If you've dreamed of diving with manta rays in water so clear it looks fake, this is the video for you. If you've dreamed of eating a bowl of street food so good it makes you question every meal you've had before, this is the video for you. I'm breaking this guide into 4 parts: the best places to visit, the food you absolutely cannot miss, hidden gems most tourists skip, and tips to make your trip smoother and cheaper. Whether this is your first time planning a trip to Indonesia, or you're a returning traveler trying to level up your experience, stick around. Let's get into it. Okay, first things first, Indonesia is massive. We're talking the world's largest archipelago, stretching wider than the continental United States. So let's narrow it down to the destinations that are absolutely worth your time. Let's start with the obvious one, Bali. Yes, it's touristy, and yes, it is absolutely still worth going. Bali has something for everyone, from Ubud's yoga retreats and art markets to Tagalalang rice terraces and the sacred monkey forest. Head south to Seminyak or Canggu for beach clubs, great restaurants, and incredible surf. For something quieter, visit Sidemen Valley or Ahmed on the east coast for a more traditional side of Bali. Don't miss Tanalot Temple at golden hour. It's a view that genuinely takes your breath away. Next up is Yogyakarta, or Jogja as the locals call it. This is the cultural heart of Java, and it is spectacular. The big draws are Borobudur and Prambanan, two UNESCO World Heritage sites. Wake up at 4 a.m. to catch Borobudur at sunrise, trust me. But Jogja is more than temples, with a Kraton royal palace, street art, and a vibrant local food scene. If you want adventure, Komodo National Park is calling your name. Here you come face to face with the Komodo dragon, the world's largest living lizard. Pink Beach is one of only 7 pink sand beaches in the world, and it is here. The diving and snorkeling around Komodo is world class. Flores itself is gorgeous, underrated, and relatively uncrowded. And then there's Raja Ampat, a landscape so surreal you might think it's fake. Raja Ampat is one of the most biodiverse marine environments on Earth. It is remote and not cheap to get to, but if you can make it happen, it will be the trip of a lifetime. Alright, let's talk food. Indonesian cuisine might be the most underrated food culture in the entire world. Indonesia's food is bold, spiced, layered, and intensely satisfying. Let's start with the national dish, nasi goreng. This Indonesian fried rice combines sweet soy sauce, shallots, garlic, chili, and your choice of protein. Order it at a roadside warung at midnight, and you'll understand why this country runs on it. Next, sate is skewers of marinated meat grilled over charcoal and served with peanut sauce. You'll find satay vendors on almost every street corner, especially at night. If you want something more substantial, go for rendang. Rendang is slow-cooked beef and coconut milk with lemongrass, galangal, turmeric, and chili until caramelized. For a quick and cheap meal, try bakso, Indonesian meatball soup. Right next to many bakso carts, you'll usually find mie ayam, chicken noodles in a savory broth. Don't sleep on Indonesia's fresh fruit like mangosteen, rambutan, salak, and dragon fruit. If you see a woman cycling with glass bottles, stop her because that's a jamu seller, and you should try it. Jamu is an ancient herbal drink tradition with turmeric, ginger, and tamarind that is earthy and medicinal. Pro tip: eat where the locals eat and look for a warung with plastic chairs and a handwritten menu. These spots serve the best food, and you can often eat a full meal for under $2. Incredible as Bali and Komodo are, Indonesia has so much more to offer if you're willing to venture a little further. Mount Bromo in East Java is one of the most surreal landscapes I have ever stood in. You wake up at 3 a.m., drive up to a viewpoint, and watch the sunrise over an active smoking volcano surrounded by a sea of clouds. Then you descend into the Tengger caldera and walk to the crater rim of Bromo itself. The ground is black volcanic sand and the air smells of sulfur. It feels like another planet. Everyone's heard of the Gili Islands near Lombok, but head to Gili Mano instead. Gili Mano is the smallest and quietest of the 3 with no motorized vehicles and sea turtles nesting on the beach. It offers some of the most stunning snorkeling you'll find anywhere. For something truly unique, Toraja in the highlands of Sulawesi is unlike anywhere else in the world. The Torajan people have a deeply spiritual relationship with death and elaborate funeral ceremonies. Their cliffside burial sites carved into rock faces are a profound glimpse into a culture that exists nowhere else. The traditional Tongkonan houses with their boat-shaped roofs are iconic and unforgettable. If you want something that will genuinely expand your perspective, go to Toraja. And if you're already in Bali, take the fast boat to Nusa Penida. This island south of Bali is rugged, raw, and spectacular. Kelingking Beach, the one that looks like a T-Rex, is even more dramatic in person. Crystal Bay is one of the best places to snorkel with manta rays. The roads are rough and the island has an almost wild, untamed energy that feels different from mainland Bali. Alright, let's talk practical tips, because a little knowledge goes a long way in Indonesia. Indonesia runs on cash, especially outside major cities and tourist hubs. Use ATMs from reputable banks like BCA, Mandiri, or BNI, and avoid independent money changers outside banks. Grab and Gojek are your best friends for getting around, so download both before you arrive. In Bali, renting a scooter is popular, but make sure you have an international license, wear a helmet, and ride defensively. The moment you land, get a local SIM card. Telkomsel and XL have the best coverage. Don't drink tap water, stick to bottled water, or use a refillable filtered bottle. Pack strong sunscreen and mosquito repellent, and consider malaria prevention for certain regions. Travel insurance is not optional, medical evacuation from remote areas is expensive, and scooters can cause accidents. Tip 5. Respect local culture. This one is important. Indonesia is the world's most populous Muslim-majority country, outside of Bali, which is predominantly Hindu. Dress modestly when visiting temples or rural areas. Cover your shoulders and knees. Remove your shoes before entering a temple or someone's home. And always receive things with your right hand, as the left is considered unclean in Indonesian culture. In Bali specifically, you'll see Kanang Sari, small woven palm leaf offerings placed on the ground everywhere. Do not step on them. They are sacred daily offerings, and it's deeply disrespectful to treat them carelessly. Learning even a few words of Bahasa Indonesia goes a long way. Terima kasih, thank you. Permisi, excuse me. Berapa harganya? How much does this cost? People genuinely appreciate the effort. Tip 6. Best time to visit. The dry season, May through September, is generally considered the best time to visit most of Indonesia. The skies are clearer, the roads are drier, and outdoor activities are more accessible. That said, Bali and major tourist destinations are busiest and most expensive during this period, especially in July and August. The wet season, October through April, brings heavy rain, but also lush green landscapes, fewer tourists, and cheaper prices. With flexibility and a good rain jacket, the wet season can actually be a fantastic time to visit. A montage of all locations visited in the video. Indonesia is one of those places that genuinely gets under your skin. It's complex, chaotic, wildly beautiful, and endlessly surprising. Every island has its own personality, its own food, its own culture. You could spend a month here and only scratch the surface. If this video helped you start planning your trip, hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel more than you know. Subscribe so you don't miss the more detailed guides I'm making on Bali, Yogyakarta, and Komodo individually. And most importantly, go. Book the ticket. Indonesia is waiting for you. I'll see you in the next one.